Kathy, and I'm doing another tag. So this is the Get to Know Me tag. These are just tags that I'm finding randomly on the internet, and I'm just sort of putting them up as, essentially as filler content, because December is going to be very sporadic, for reasons that I've already explained. So this is the Get to Know Me tag. Start off with name. My real name is Christy. I don't like using that name. I don't like using it at all. Unfortunately, Facebook has now forced me to use that name. I hate it. My name, as far as I'm concerned, is Gotharella by Venom. Nickname would be Gothy, just because it's short. Birthday is the 27th of May. So, I'm a Gemini, which kind of ironic. Not because schizophrenia is not about split personalities or anything like that, but it is sort of amusing that, the twins and that kind of thing. I find it amusing anyway. Place of birth. I was born in Liverpool, in Sydney, Australia. And it's like the southwest of Sydney. Yeah. I used to live out that way for like most of my life, and then I moved out to like the Mount Druitt, Penrith sort of area. Star sign, Gemini. Occupation, unemployed. No, I'm a professional time waster. No, it's not a waste of time, I enjoy it. I'm a professional gamer, reader, cross-stitcher, YouTuber. Yeah. Although I'll probably take YouTuber off because I don't earn anything from it, so technically it doesn't count. Anyway, unemployed, looking for work. For some reason thinking of going back into study even though I've just finished. Appearance, hair colour, green. Well, it's sort of looking aqua blue at the moment, but it's green. I use Directions semi-permanent alpine green to dye my hair. I get about 6 to 8 weeks before I really have to start touching it up. Like, I might have to do the fringe soon. Which reminds me, I have to order more dye. Crap. Hair length is sort of, just past the shoulder. I'm considering cutting it again, and I have an undercut on both sides, anyway, and around the back as well. So I basically just have like this sort of section of hair. Eye color is typically blue, green, sort of weird color. My eye color sort of changes a little bit, so yeah. Best feature? I don't know. Braces? No. I've never actually been able to afford to go to a dentist because you don't get any sort of cover for dentists in Australia. And it's really, really expensive and I can't afford it. So my teeth are horrible. I should go to a dentist, but I can't afford to. Piercings, I have my lip pierced. I used to have my eyebrow done twice. I had to take them out for a job. Even though they hired me with the piercings, they then turned around and said, well, we're going to fire you if you don't remove them. So that was nice. I used to have my ears pierced as well. I was then stretching my ears. This ear still sort of has a hole in it because my ex-housemate's cat sort of went psycho one day and ripped through my ear, through the earlobe, and it just didn't heal properly, so there's still a bit of a hole in this one. One day when I have the money, which, yeah, I want to get them scalpeled to the size that I want, so then that way they're just done. What other piercings have I had? Nipples. I had my nipples pierced for a little while. So, yeah. They're not anymore. I kind of want to get them done again. But, yeah. What? Are there any piercings that I want? I wanted, for a little while, to get my tongue split and have a piercing on each side, but I don't think I could handle the tongue split with not having painkillers, so that's not going to happen. I might still get my tongue pierced, I don't know, we'll see how we go. I'd like to get my eyebrow done again, now that I actually have my eyebrows back, because for a little while I shaved them. And It's not a piercing as such, but I want to get my ears pointed so that they're like elf ears permanently, because that's a thing that I want to do. Tattoos. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I have 17. My first two were redback spiders, one on each hip. I have a zombie pinup on my thigh. I have two random sort of Egyptian-y sort of images on my right leg, lower right leg. I have some text on my back. I have a little skull here. I have my fingers done, and then I have ones on my arms. So, and up there as well. Which, that one falls out a lot. It doesn't matter how many times I get it touched up, it just keeps falling out. So, I don't know. Righty or lefty, I'm right-handed. And first best friend, a guy called Andrew in my primary school that I don't talk to anymore. First award, I don't even remember. First sport, I don't play sport. I've never played sport. I was horrible. First real holiday, probably the trip to Brisbane that we just took, because, yeah. First concert was, technically it was a Wiggles concert when I was like 8, but I count it as, Many Machines on 9, El Nino, and Static X in 2005. That was my first. Favorite film? Probably Tank Girl. Yeah, I'd say Tank Girl. That's my favorite. TV show? I have a lot that I would consider favorites, so, yeah. IT Crowd, Black Books, Buffy, Angel, and I'm just drawing mind blanks at the moment. Favorite color? That side. My hair's on that side today. Favorite song? I have 287 gigs of music. I can't pick a favorite. Restaurant? There was a Thai place we used to like going to, but they changed their cook. So it was not quite the same the last time we went. We are going to try again. Maybe that's what we could do tomorrow. Yeah. We are going to try them again and see if they've maybe fixed it. But there's a Thai place in Castle Hill called Penang Thai that is really nice. I only eat the one dish from there, but it's always really good. So, store, my favorite store. It's just a bookstore in general, or a cross stitch store, which we don't have any real cross stitch stores in Australia. So, yeah, but yeah, bookstores. I like bookstores. Magazine, cross stitch magazines. Not anyone in particular, because I find that a lot of the time it's some designs I like and others are just like no. Shoes. I'm not a shoe person. I seriously own 2 pairs of shoes and 1 pair of slippers, and that's it. And one of those pairs of shoes I don't wear because they're platforms and they're really uncomfortable wearing in the wheelchair. They're just too high up, so I don't even wear those ones. I just have a pair of Spider-Man shoes. And the benefit of having really tiny feet is that I get to still shop in the kids section. I can still get away with wearing Spider-Man shoes. Currently feeling like a human. One of the symptoms of my schizophrenia is that unless I'm at like the extreme point, I don't really have feelings as such. Unless I'm like really angry or really upset or really depressed, it's just sort of like a blank state kind of thing. I just don't. It's not a thing. I don't notice if it is anyway. Currently single or taken single. Eating, nothing. I will be eating lunch soon. That will be later. Listening to what's playing? What's playing? Five Finger Death Punch again. Okay. Thinking about the other videos that I have to record, stitching and colouring. Watching myself on the screen in the video thing to make sure that I'm centered. Mostly centered. Wearing, what's this, ripped? Was this ripped or QWERTY? Oh. I can't see. I think it's ripped. Ripped apparel, and it's a Mad Max, Fury Road, We Can Do It, feminism parody thing. Yeah. Next. Future, want children? No. 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 My motto in life is cats, not kids. That is my motto. That is what I'm sticking to. Cats, not kids. And dogs. And maybe some lizards and stuff, we'll see. But cats, not kids. No. Want to be married? No. 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 I am not into relationships. Relationships are really difficult, just in terms of finding the right partner to begin with, but then also just with my schizophrenia and everything, and my having a disability, it just makes it really hard for me to be with someone. Not to mention, I am into polyamory more than I am monogamy. And it's just really hard. And I mean, now that I use a wheelchair, I'm not considered to be sexual at all, so that's a thing too. Yay. Yeah, so I don't do relationships. It's just not my thing. I prefer. It's really hard to explain. So first of all, I am completely against the whole idea of slut shaming. Like, if you want to have sex, and as long as it's safe, sane, and consensual, then just do whatever the fuck you want to do. Not like, don't call anyone a slut. Don't carry on like that. People will do what they're gonna do. Just shut the fuck up about it. It's not your business. So that being said, I prefer having like fuck buddies, friends with benefits sort of thing. It works better for me because then I still have the freedom. Because one of the things with my schizophrenia is that I lose and gain attachments and attractions to people like this. Like, it's my brain. It's the way it always works. Now, I've never cheated on someone. Never, ever cheated on someone. But there have been times when I've like really fixated on the idea that of being with someone else, not necessarily cheating on someone, but with being with someone else. So I find monogamy to be really, really difficult because it sort of feels like it goes against my base nature. So that's why polyamory worked a bit better for me, but not everyone is into polyamory, not everyone wants to be into polyamory either, and I completely understand. So I just sort of do the whole friends with benefits thing, and it just works, because then that way as well, if, you know, by some fucking miracle I actually leave the house and go out somewhere and meet someone and we just want to go do things, then I can just do them, and it's not a huge deal. I don't have to ask for permission. I don't have to say, no, I'm in a relationship. I can just fucking do it. And that spontaneous kind of event is something that I like, and I enjoy that. To date, it's only happened once, and it was several years ago, and it turned into a fuck buddy situation. So, yeah. Like, even then, I still just don't. Like, it's not a thing that's gonna happen. I don't go out, and it's something I'm gonna rant about at another time, but I'm not considered a sexual option anymore because I'm in a wheelchair. So, yeah. Anyway, careers in mind. Right, so, here we go. When I was in high school, You know, there was the whole pressure to pick what you want to do for the rest of your life kind of thing and study towards it and all that sort of stuff. My two ideas I'm now physically incapable of doing. My first one was that I wanted to open a dance studio. I was a dancer. Um, so losing, like, my gradually losing the ability to walk really fucking depresses me when I start to think about it in that terms. And that's part of the reason I don't go out anymore, because it's really difficult for me to sit there and watch everyone else dancing and having a really good time when I can't dance myself anymore. Like, if I really push it, I can sort of get up and do a little bit of these kind of things, but I can't dance the way that I used to anymore. Like, not even close. Not even for 20 seconds. It's just, I can't do it anymore. And it really frustrates me, and I get upset sometimes. So I just don't go out anymore, because it hurts to see people doing what I used to be able to do without an issue. Without much issue. There was still, pain, and I still popped my knees out sometimes, but I could still do it. And I used to drink so that I didn't feel the pain. So, yeah. Um, so that was my first career option. But the one that I really wanted to do, I wanted to be an archaeologist. I wanted to go and travel the world and go to dig sites everywhere and discover things. And I physically can't do it now. If I wanted to go into anywhere near, like, archaeology stuff, it would be, it would likely be me behind a desk, cataloging stuff, and that's not. If I wanted to, if I wanted to spend the rest of my life behind a desk doing that sort of shit, I would have just gone. You know, I just would have gone something computer based. I would have done web design or something. I don't want to be behind a computer my whole life. Like, that's not what I want to fucking do. So, yeah, both of my career options I can't do physically anymore, which kind of bums me out, and it really did leave me. Um, well, in Australia, we do a HSC for year 11 and 12. It's like the last thing. It's like higher school certificate. So, in the higher school certificate, when I did it, you used to get a UAI, which is University Admissions Index, and it was like a number, like a grade. Um, and certain courses that you wanted to enroll into for university have a minimum UAI that you had to get. So the archaeology course I was going to do, which that university doesn't offer anymore, um, had a specific UAI for it. So I studied my ass off, and usually, like, I don't usually study for tests and stuff. I've just always been really good with testing and stuff. I just go in and it's fine, it's not an issue. I was in the top 10% of the school, the high achiever, all that sort of stuff. Um, I woke up the morning of the first paper for HSC, which you can box, and I missed all my HSC exams. So I got an estimate for all of my exams, which was based on the average of the school, which was really low. Um, Not really, really low, but it was too low for me to get into university. So I sort of just went into autopilot. I didn't want to deal with the feelings and the disappointments and stuff. Went into autopilot and just got a job. And I just kept working. I have to have a job, have to work, have to get a job, have to work. Um, until a couple of years ago when I hit, like, I think I was unemployed. I'm unemployed for like 8 years now. Almost 8.5 years now. It's a long fucking time. And I sort of hit like the 5 to 6 year mark, and I'm like, I can't get a job. I can't keep just saying I'm going to get a job. I've got to look into something more specific. Especially because the employment culture in Australia is that essentially, you have to have a diploma to say you know how to breathe at this point. And you need several years' experience for an entry level position, which is fucking bullshit. Um, so I had to study. It was like the choice was either you go do work for the dole, or you have to study. So I had to pick something. So I picked libraries because I like books, I like reading, and um, libraries, like public libraries especially, have to be wheelchair accessible by the law in Australia. And you think I can get a fucking job in a library? No. My wheelchair is a problem. And of course they won't say it's the wheelchair. They'll say things like, oh, you don't have enough customer service experience. Like, really? 7 years of retail experience is enough? Oh, but it's not related to libraries. Really? So the 6 months of university library experience that I have isn't enough? Oh, you, we just found people who are better qualified. Yeah, right. Okay, that's, okay, cool, alright. So then I went into youth work because I thought, like, I was thinking, alright, so I can't get a job in a library because the wheelchair is too much of a barrier. Where can I relate those skills? So I went into youth work, and I sort of thought, well, from youth work I can jump to something else, and go a little bit more specific to where I want to be, which is changing again, because, yeah, consistency. So where I was going to go when I started the youth work course was I was going to go into disability advocacy, but I also wanted to do sex and gender counselling, specifically like for gender issues and sexuality and stuff like that, because I don't think that there's enough proper information, especially for young people who are questioning and stuff in Australia, or in the world, actually. It's still a big thing, and this is not something that I've spoken about on YouTube yet, I don't think. But I myself do not identify as being female, so when I was in high school and I was going through these feelings and stuff like that, I had no fucking idea. Like, I didn't know that it was normal, I just thought there was something wrong with me. And the same with the fact that I'm pansexual, so gender doesn't really come into it when I'm attracted to a person, basically. So I've dated women, I've dated men, I've dated trans people, I've dated all sorts of things. People. Not things, people. Um, so, like, again, this is all stuff that I was experiencing during high school. And I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I thought I was wrong, and something was wrong with me that was broken and all that sort of stuff. So I want to go and I want to help people with that sort of shit, because no one deserves to go through the whole thing of questioning who you are. Like, it fucking sucks. It's a stupid thing. So that's what I want to do. I want to do sex and gender counselling. So, yeah. What's future? Where do you want to live? I don't really care. As long as there's public transport and I have a roof over my head, then I'm not really too fussed. Hell, it doesn't even have to be wheelchair accessible at this point, thankfully, because my house is not. Alright, do you believe in God? No. I'm not religious. I don't believe in God, just straight up. I can't believe that there is one. And I'm not going to go into the rant why, because this video is already long enough. Miracles? No. Love at first sight? No. I believe there is lust at first sight, but not love. Ghosts? Yes. Although I have a little bit of a weird, theory on ghosts, and it's like, it sort of relates to, the basic idea of string theory, in that I think that there are multiple universes that are all, like, sort of layered on top of each other, so that there are, like, multiple iterations of Earth. And it's, I say multiple universes, I mean alternate universes. So there's lots of different alternate universes, and I think ghosts are, like, moments where the veil between our world and another alternate Earth are, like, really thin, and something sort of comes through, and that's, yeah. I don't know, that seems to make more sense than people die and there's a soul and the soul sticks around because it's unfinished business and all that sort of stuff. I find that alternate universes theory much more befitting me. Anyway, aliens, yes. Not necessarily like little green men or anything, but I think there's something out in the universe as well. There's gotta be. Soulmates? No. I don't think so. Heaven and hell? No. Again, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in any of that sort of stuff. You die, you're dead. That's it. There's no more. Kissing on the first date. Why is that in there? You kiss someone whenever the fuck you want to kiss them. It doesn't have to be a date. As long as it's consensual, you can do the thing and enjoy it. Do you believe in yourself? Why is that an option? On a good day, yes. On a bad day, no. Fuck me. No. Why is that in there? I don't know. Anyway, this is a long video. I'm sorry. Bye.